Okay, so your first drawing is just experimenting with different geometric lines and angles. I started with the ultra fine tip Sharpie first, and I just basically kind of played around with different line spacing and stuff, and get creative, just have some fun. You're just using you're just using straight lines. That's what this one's all about. This is your front cover, the back will be curved lines. And so you're kind of just warming yourself up. And once you have a pretty good assortment of lines using the ultra fine tip Sharpie marker, then switch over to the thicker one. And let's say you kind of screwed up in a few spots, then make those screw ups kind of the ones you're going to maybe work on cleaning up. Make some areas just a little bit thicker. It's, whenever you see something that you can, maybe I can clean that line up, just go back over it with a thicker line weight. And before you know it, you're going to have a pretty interesting, engaging drawing, right? Make sure you do it throughout so that you're being unified, right? So we want to, whenever you introduce a new kind of working in something, you want to play around and kind of do it all over to some extent. And maybe here I'll just do a couple radiating lines coming out of this one. And the idea here is, when you're first starting to draw stuff, we don't want to have high pressure. This is a low stakes drawing. You're just kind of experimenting. But that's the first one. All right. And there you go. You can see it's starting to shape up. It'll be it's kind of a nice little exploration. It's not finished, but I'm not going to spend much more time doing that. So that's the first one. That's non-representational, meaning it doesn't look like anything but shapes and lines, right? And the idea is that you're using some varying line weights. Of course, the perfectionist in me thinks, ooh, maybe I could actually make a few areas that are even thicker, right? So what would happen if I went over some of this even more and started to, oh, that's even nicer. Once I start to get some even thicker areas, just be careful not to lose all your really thin lines by overdoing the thick ones, because there's something kind of nice about leaving some of those really fine lines and maybe even coming back to those. Okay, so that's non-objective geometric. And that's on your front cover.